To work with marble is to work with time, because you're working on a stone that is years and years old. With the engraving and the chiseling, I'm taking away its historic meaning and rewriting it on what they want to say, what I want to say, with complementing the stone. My artistic journey started with my uncle, who was an artist, and he worked a lot with different mediums. And so from that point on, I had always been around art. I pursued it in New York, in SVA, and then here, where I had the balance between both worlds, that subtlety that Mexico brings and the chaos of New York just was very compatible to what I needed to express what I wanted to say with my work. My technique is different mediums. I have always loved to experiment with oils. I'm classically trained in oils, but I have always had a deep love for engraving and etching. I have always tried to cover different mediums because I always felt that one medium can't speak for you. It's a sense of discovery through multiple types of techniques that you allow yourself to find what you're looking for, even though you may not know the answer in the beginning. We had talked about this idea of the concept of the office and how it would balance with what I was doing at the moment. It was just a lengthy process of wanting to know what I wanted to do and how to interpret what they were saying with all the work that was happening at the same time. After many talks, tests, and different engravings, we've reached this point that, okay, let's do it then. How was the process in the creation of this piece? Well, it was, I would say, in different stages. It was lengthy in the sense that it didn't just start with the idea of like, let's do a marble piece to represent time. To work with marble is to work with time, because you're working on a stone that is years and years old. Because it's almost as if by your perception of time, I am rewriting it with the engraving. And so after many tests on different pieces of marble, on granite, this one is basically a discovery of the lines of our dreams, of how time, not being linear, is perceived in different ways, and how the marble itself is a story yet to be told in my own words. With the engraving and the chiseling, I'm taking away its historic meaning and rewriting it on what they want to say, what I want to say, with complementing the stone. Starters, even though we had 2 or 3 tests on granite and marble, the difficulties was that the marble I selected was not available for the next 3 months. And so we went with another type that had this beautiful white shade whenever the cuts were made. The only problem is that I can put my feel on the stone, but the stone is its character on its own. And so when the moment came of finally working with it, it was difficult in the sense that this stone wanted to hold on to its story. Chiseling worked harder, it wasn't giving in. But after a while, and this is the beauty of working with stone and engraving, is that it becomes very personal. And by having these difficulties in the beginning, or even these bloopers that the chisel went out flying, it gives the story that you wanted to tell a new meaning. And so after 4 days of working with it, it's been very nice and very intriguing to see how the stone reacts, how the marble, when you cut it, these beautiful pieces of almost like diamond come out, flying through the air. And all that is with the work itself. So it's been a great process. And I think with every challenge, there comes a new rediscovery of, your techniques and, what you learn in the end. So it was quite nice. I feel very great. I feel that it's such an opportunity to be working with this type of material, because it's not very often that you're given this quality of marble and you feel connected to the masters that you've learned in college, like Michelangelo, Raphael, Leonardo. And it's just so nice to say, like, oh, those hits with the chisel and the hammer and all the difficulties, or maybe difficulties they had. Completing this piece will be a challenge, will be beautiful, and will be something that I hope represents what we all want to say with the art.